Georgia Bulldogs are the #1 ranked team in college football 25. And the Carolina Panthers are the 32nd ranked team in the entire NFL in Madden 25. So today, I've put the Georgia Bulldogs into Madden 25 to see if the best college football team could beat the worst NFL team. And here is a look at that Georgia Bulldogs starting offense. Headlined by quarterback Carson Beck, running back Trevor Etienne, brother of Travis Etienne of the Jaguars, and tight end Oscar Delp. And here's a look at the starting Georgia Bulldogs defense. Headlined by their best player in college football 25, Malachi Starks, middle linebacker Smile Munden Jr., and corner Dalen Everett. Now you're going to notice that the overalls for this team in Madden 25 are not nearly as good as they are in college football 25. That's because the Georgia Bulldogs are the #1 ranked college team, so they're going to have the best overall ratings in that game. But when they're stepping into the NFL, they're going up against all pros, so their overalls need to go drastically down, because if even their best players were drafted into the NFL, they're only going to start in Madden as a mid-70 overall. The only exception I made was Malachi Starks, who's their best player in college football 25, so I gave him an 88 rating. And there's one more hidden goal for this video that I'll talk about later on. And look at the tail of the tape. The Georgia Bulldogs come in at a 73 overall, and the Carolina Panthers are 79 overall team. Now, if you're wondering why there's a big knot over the Georgia Bulldogs logo, you can't actually use college logos on the Madden Team Builder, so that is definitely not the Georgia Bulldogs. And I am excited to see what the not University of Georgia Bulldogs can do up against the Carolina Panthers. Overalls, not too crazy. So this is going to be close, and we're going to watch this game, and then since we're in the same division, I gave them the position of the Falcons. We're going to watch the second game between both of these teams, and taken down is Bryce Young on a sack. It is 3rd and 21, and I did give them similar jerseys to the Georgia Bulldogs. That is going to be Stackhouse on the sack to Bryce Young. To Bryce Young in a 3rd and 21 up against this Bulldogs defense. Is he going to get sacked again? There's no way. Almost sacked again. Had to throw it away. We're going to get to see the not Georgia Bulldogs offense. So Carson Beck is going to have some weapons to work with. You got Trevor Etienne going to make his debut in the NFL to join his brother now. Another set of brothers in the NFL here with this debut. But I want to know, comment right now. You saw the first defensive drive for the Bulldogs. Are they going to beat the Panthers here? Who's going to be more dominant in these two games? As you're going to have Delp, the tight end, who's great in college football 25, by the way, pick up a first down. Also, one more thing I did forget to mention. I didn't add every single Georgia Bulldog to this team. I think I added about 30 or 35 players. All the starters for this team are in here, but bench players might not be. But Carson Beck can hit Trevor Etienne out of the backfield, and he's going to fight for more yards and somehow still get a 2-yard gain. I think I messed up with like the team colors for some reason in the team builder, because they're wearing a lot of blue, which the Georgia Bulldogs do not wear blue at all. Nonetheless, it is a first down. Other than that blue, though, I got to say, I think I did a pretty decent job with the jerseys. But if you all like this video and want to see me put more college football teams into Madden 25 or vice versa, let me know in the comments down below as Delp fights for 5 more. Does the not Georgia Bulldogs pick up the first down? Carson Beck has time. He has a man, and he has a reception caught up to the 3-yard line. This is fun. I'm really liking that they had a team build there, and we got Delp that time. Oscar Delp. The man got so many targets on that drive. The not Georgia Bulldogs offense just picked up the first touchdown of the game. So I couldn't add the Georgia kicker or punter. They gave me a generic one, whatever Madden wanted to give me. But other than that, all the starters are from the Georgia Bulldogs. As their first and 10 from the 30. Are we going to have another score for this team? Oh, that's going to be a sack. The blind side not washed, and Carson Beck's going to go down. And it looks like whatever kicker they did give the Georgia Bulldogs at the end of the first quarter has a chance to make it 9-0. And the Bulldogs have a 2-possession lead over the Panthers. We'll see. Can Bryce Young get a touchdown against this Georgia Bulldogs team? A team he knows well, playing in the SEC with Bama a couple years ago. Bryce. Back to pass on 3rd and 4. Looking for a touchdown. Has a man. Has a touchdown. That, I believe, is going to be the rookie Xavier Legette. Let's speed this thing up a little bit. How does this game shake out? Georgia gets a touchdown. The Panthers get a touchdown. The Panthers have taken the lead in the second half. Now the pressure is a little bit on the Georgia Bulldogs as it's 21-16 in the 3rd quarter. And it's going to be caught. Carson Beck is 156 for 2 touchdowns. No interceptions, though. Carson Beck going to go empty. These receivers are dominant in college football. There's the other tight end, not Delp, who's going to get to the 2-yard line. And even in the NFL, they're playing pretty decent. A team like Georgia definitely could have a lot of players drafted, especially with their recent success in national championships. Carson Beck delivers 3rd touchdown of the game. Oscar Delp is going to have another, his 2nd touchdown of the game. We got a 24-21 game in the 4th quarter, and the Panthers are going to look to tie this one up. And we're playing in Carolina right now. This will be a big win on the road. We get home field next, so they make the kick. It's a tie game. The Bulldogs could get a first down or two more, drain the rest of this clock, kick a game-winning field goal, and pick up a win as the best college team against an NFL team. Don't take a sack, though, Carson. Good job getting rid of that. If they win this game, that is a good step towards the hidden goal for this video, that they can beat NFL teams. And Carson Beck has a man that's caught again. What a grab. Panthers didn't call a timeout. ETN on the ground again, protecting the ball. He's got a first down. Panthers got to start calling timeouts here. First down pretty much ends this game. 4 more yards for ETN would end it with a game-winning field goal. The worst NFL... Don't score, ETN. You're better off going down, man. Did he stay in bounds? I believe he did. The Panthers called a timeout. Madden logic might rob the Bulldogs here of just a walk-off field goal from the 1-yard line. If ETN gets in the end zone, you shouldn't score, but he does. Madden logic, that's what it's going to be. We got to see now if the Bulldogs can hold this lead with 1:20 left against Bryce Young. Let's see. Bryce Young, will you be beat by a... Oh, he's picked! Game over! Bryce Young intercepted first play on the drive to possibly tie it. MADDEN Jr. with the interception. The Bulldogs are celebrating the Panthers end zone, and they're going to win this game. It's victory formation. Bryce Young on the first play of the money drive to tie it up is picked off. You can't make that up. And there you have it. The not Georgia Bulldogs walk into Carolina and beat them by 10 points. The best college football team knocks off the worst NFL team, but we'll have a rematch soon. Well, welcome to the new Georgia Bulldogs Stadium as we take on the Panthers once again at home, and Trevor Etienne doesn't pick up any yards. And as we're into game 2 here, we made a lot of progress since the last time we had this game in our hidden goal, which I'll discuss more right after this game. And that's going to be a tight end screen that's going to pick up a few, but it's going to be 4th and 7. Got the Panthers in 3rd down, though, but they have moved the ball about 35 yards. And Bryce Young has a man that's going to be caught. Adam Thielen to the 50. And as the Panthers get to the red zone, it's been a long drive. The ground game has been key for the Panthers, and that opens up the play action. Bryce to the end zone. Could have been picked off. Instead, it's broken up. The Panthers 3rd and 10. Bryce Young looking to run, and he's taken down. Brinson with the sack. We're into the 2nd quarter now, and they are inside the red zone officially. It's 2nd and 9. We're going to see what they're going to do. They're going to pitch it out to Trevor Etienne, and Etienne is going to lose a couple. We'll see if it's going to be a 3-3 game in a moment. Or can they pick up the first or the touchdown? Beck has a man, and out of bounds, 4th and 4. I don't think they'll go. So the Panthers looking to take their first lead against Georgia in the entire video so far. Bryce Young picked, intercepted again by MADDEN Jr., and he's got room to run, and he's gonna take that one to the 21. Very low scoring game this time around, but it's 3-3. Bryce Young once again with the ball at Georgia 6. I would just run it if I was them. They do throw a touchdown, though. Bryce Young connects, and they take their first lead against Georgia. Georgia's looking to answer right here and tie this game back up. We got 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. They're 2nd and 5 from the 17. It's Trevor Etienne who's wrapped up and picks up nothing. Carson Beck taking the snap on 3rd and 5 inside the red zone. He's going to take a sack. Should still be able to get 3, though. Panthers defense is showing why it's an NFL defense, though, up against a college offense. And the Bulldogs will go for a under the lights now. I believe it is nighttime in this game at this point. And on 4th and 2, it'll go to Trevor Etienne, who just picks up the first down. 3rd and 2. And we got almost picked. Was Carson Beck. Will they go again? Here we go in the 4th quarter. It's 4th and 2, though. And Carson Beck's going empty. Got to pick up the first down. Will he have a man? Carson Beck taking his time. Broken up. Panthers defense says no. The Panthers might be able to put the dagger into Georgia here in game 2. We're going to find out right now as they're up by 4, touchdown, make it a 2-possession game. Bryce Young, just don't make a mistake. Going end zone, almost picked. Just run the ball, man. 3rd and 5 from the 6. Bryce has time to step up and run, and Bryce Young does it himself on the ground to make it a 2-possession game. And the spike. This is game number 2 right here. Carson Beck in the offense on the field, 4th and 8 from the 28. Gotta have it. Gotta have the first, or the game's basically over. Carson Beck hit as he throws, and Dominic Lovett with a grab to pick up the first. That's an insane grab to keep this game going. And then a touchdown for Georgia. The Bulldogs not out of it yet. And they got to go for 2. They go for 2 and make it. It's a 3-point game. Beck looks for a man going to Delp. Delp's been so good, but he can't get the 2-point conversion. So Georgia has 2 timeouts to work with and the 2-minute warning. So basically, the first down's going to win it for the Panthers here. Jonathan Brooks getting wrapped up after picking up 4. 2nd and 6. Georgia has one timeout. A first down would win it for the Panthers. Jonathan Brooks, all that green grass to run. And the Panthers are going to win game 2 as they're going to go victory formation. Well, it looks like we're going to have to do a game 3 here. But first, we're going to talk about the hidden goal. And the hidden goal was, as I was getting to these games for the Panthers, I was simulating an entire NFL season to see if the Bulldogs could make the playoffs. And as you can see, the Bulldogs won their division at a 9-8 record. The NFC South was beaten by a bunch of college players. So before we get into game 3 against the Panthers, because we have to do a tiebreaker, I'm going to simulate to the Super Bowl and see if the Georgia Bulldogs are going to be playing in it.
A few moments later.
And the Bulldogs didn't make it far in the playoffs as they lost their first wild card game against the Lions at home.
A few moments later.
And the University of Georgia is getting blown out in game 3. The worst matchup so far, 51-7. The Panthers win. And I guess that the best college football team is not good enough to consistently beat the worst NFL team, but they did win game 1 at least. That's going to do it for the video, everybody. If you enjoyed it, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.